The gold-handled double door to the private green room where Petrovich was supposed to hang out before his shows passed to my left as the backstage entrance to the altar passed on my right. The T intersection loomed ahead. A closed door stood in my way, and a ripple of panic passed through me. Did I need authorization to get through the door? But there was no sign of a sensor panel. I blew out a breath, opened the door, and came face to face with Petrovich. His plastic smile was gone. Dour, pursed lips took its place. Accusing green embers glared from a face tighter with anger. "Detective Parker, isn't it?" I held his gaze, trying to avoid the bruiser companions flanking him. "I'm honored you remember." "Don't be. Have we done something to wrong you, Detective?" "I'm just going where the case takes me." A frosty smile tugged at the corners of his mouth. "Religious worship is the last bastion of privacy, Detective. I would think a former police officer would understand that." "Asking questions isn't illegal." "But breaking into my database is very illegal, as is projecting a false electronic ID." I nodded. "So, call the cops. Turn over your data records. Grant them access to your database. Maybe you can explain to them what Lex Talionis is, or explain the Sword of Damocles to them." His bronze face reddened. "I won't have to explain anything, Detective. This is a place of worship, immune from prying eyes." "Until you invite them," I lied. Tycho law was very clear. All they would have to show was that I had broken into their files using a false ID and outlawed software. The contents of those files were irrelevant and usually redacted from court records if their content was exposed at all. If a sworn officer comes across felonious activity in the course of his duties, I shrugged for emphasis. He glared for several long moments, but Wayne Petrovich was a preacher, not a lawyer. He stepped close, his cinnamon breath caressing my nose. "I'm going to have to ask you to leave and not come back, Detective." I grinned. God loves the resolute. He made no gestures and made no sounds, but the ushers stepped forward as one. If I stayed any longer, I'd get that police visit and maybe some broken bones for my trouble. I pushed between them and moved up the corridor, toward the front of the church. Petrovich's joyous, inspired voice turned into iron. "Make sure he leaves. If he tries to come back, make him regret it." "Yes, Prophet." There was something about a big stormtrooper type calling a man Prophet that sent shivers down my spine. The big men followed me to the door and stood at the top of the steps until I was out of sight.